What's up, Raiders? Bionic here. Welcome to today's Raid Shadow Legends video. And I don't know about you guys, but I am pretty excited about the video that just released, announcing a bunch of new things that we somewhat knew about, but also a couple new things. So I want to break it down for you guys today because, first of all, I think some things have changed, and also the timeline is maybe not exactly what we think it is going to be. We're not getting everything next patch, obviously, right? I want to make that clear. We're actually getting this maybe over the course of the next 3 months if they stick to their plan, if there are no delays. Okay, so let's look at the video while we cover the information. However, let me quickly take 2 seconds to remind you guys that you can go on my channel right now. You can watch this video right here, Spicy Wings, Scratch versus myself. That was this weekend. You have a chance at winning rank 5 chickens on my channel, and then in the description or in the comments I linked Scratch's video as well. Click on that one because you have a chance to win even more chickens. All right, so please support us. That would be pretty amazing. Again, a huge shout out to all the content creators for doing this contest. Hell Hades, especially because he sent all his viewers over to our side on Twitch. That was pretty amazing. Okay, so yeah, let's get going with this video right here, which is pretty amazing. I'll let little tidbits of it run, and then I'm going to quickly comment on it. Okay, so what's next? What's next with Raid? This right here. First of all, so that's the 4 major points that are going to cover: the Forge, the Advanced Quest, the new champions, and the Tower. I just want to quickly point out that the original roadmap is actually a little bit different than this, right? The Void Tower kind of just became now the Doom Tower is what they're going to explain. 3v3 arena we got. New faction is now nowhere to be seen in there, so I guess that's pushed back. Relic Craft is now actually the Forge, right? We kind of knew this with this teaser picture they have given us right here, and so this is going to become the Forge, as you're going to see in the video in a second. And then the new champions. So like they're saying new champions, but is this the so-called faction, right? It does look a little bit different. So I think they're just saying new champions in general, maybe with a battle pass at some point. We do get new champions when we get a battle pass. Clan boss or Hydra clan boss is nowhere to be seen on that roadmap. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait for that. So I think what we can really look forward to in terms of new content in this patch is the Void Tower. All right, so the one that we'll be releasing this month, which is planned mid-September, is actually supposed to be the Forge, the Advanced Quest, we'll see in a second. You can see it right here. This is also announced right there. And the rebalance of some of the existing champions. Okay, so let's get going. I will fast forward, like I said, to a couple of places here. So this is what the new Forge looks like. We knew it. It's going to be at the middle of the Bastion, which is pretty solid. And then here they show us some crafting. I want to pause this here for a second. What I love about this is that we're getting access to the sets that were in Platinum only. So before we thought it was only going to be these new sets, okay? The one with 10% HP, 10% defense, and the one with accuracy and 5% speed. But now it looks like we'll be able to craft the Swift Parry and the Deflection sets. All right, then they go on about explaining how this is going to be done, which is basically material that we will be gaining. Let me put this down, that we will be gaining from doing like tournaments, events, arena battles, faction wars, and everything. That's what they're explaining down there. But as soon as they hit the craft button, sadly, what I see appear is a totally random crappy piece. Okay, so this is my concern here, is that we're going to go through all this effort. We're going to craft some stuff. Let's say we want to get a higher rarity. We're going to need higher rarity material, which is all right. I'm assuming it's accessible. But then here's the kicker. It's that we can use charms that will increase our chances of getting, let's say, a specific weapon type or a specific substat. And this is my concern. It's the fact that if we can't get access to those relatively easily, is that we're going to have a hard time trying to craft things that are actually worth it, right? Worth our effort to do this. And if we go back to the original picture, of the relic crafting that they had called it before, it's somewhat the same. Well, like I see these charms down here, I also see the glyphs. So what does that mean exactly? Is that we're going to need the material, we're going to need the charms, we might need the glyphs, and then we might still not get the piece that we need. I'm really eager to see how this is going to work, and I want to really believe that it is actually going to be quite feasible for everybody. Don't lock the charms behind first place of a tournament or like literally the last milestone reward in an event. I think that will be extremely unfair. So right now it looks great. The way they present it looks absolutely amazing, but I do have this slight concern, and I want to know what you guys think about that. Anyway, okay. Let's keep going. So that is basically the crafting. They're showing all the sets that we'll be able to get from there, right? Because they're saying not everybody can access them because they're locked behind Platinum Arena. I get that, but just don't make it impossible still with the crafting materials, right? Is what I'm saying. Then we have these so-called advanced quests, right? Pretty straightforward. We talked about this. I don't think it's rocket science. They're going to be sort of like they're going to reset, but like you'll always work towards your main milestones, right? So you're guaranteed to get an epic tome or a legendary tome over time, as well as we saw in there like some keys for faction wars, what appears to be perhaps some material for the forge. So that's great and all, a little bit of something extra to work on every day. And it all resets, right? Once you've gotten your legendary tome, what they're saying is that then it restarts at the beginning, therefore you can work your way towards yet another legendary tome. So this is perfect. It addresses a big concern that we were not going to be able to get legendary tomes or epic tomes on a regular basis, aside from like Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, or like the last milestones of certain events. Then they talk about these new champions. They look great, but again, I don't think they're saying this is necessarily a new faction. They're just saying new champions, which seems to be sort of like the existing factions, right? As well as finally announcing the one that you get from completing all the faction wars currently in the game. So big work in progress for me. I don't know how many of you guys have actually completed that, but like I have a very long way to go. I'm hoping it's a good champion, but I'm also hoping it's not a game breaker, right? I don't want another Sifi in there that all the whales have access to immediately, and then we're stuck having to compete against that in like whole high gold 4 and whatnot, right? Then they talk about the champion rebalance of the existing champions. Really eager to see how this is going to change the meta as the way they put it in the video. They're saying over 40 champions. And then finally, they talk about the Doom Tower is what they're calling it. It looks amazing. It looks like a lot of work, and it looks like it's going to, once again, use up a lot of our resources to work on these teams. Because what they're explaining in here is that there's going to be two main difficulties, normal and hard, and there's going to be 120 levels, and you will have about a month to complete it before it resets. Therefore, what I don't want to see is that for me to get the good rewards, like the charms, for me to craft the good gear, locked behind the last 10 levels of the tower, and that's it. It's almost impossible for everybody to get there. You know what I mean? Every soul level, you're going to get mini bosses, which is great. They're going to have secret rooms on the side, which are going to have like special conditions of, let's say, all rares team, which is great yet again. But like, be prepared to work on a lot of different teams, right, for this. So we have faction wars to work on, but now we're also going to have this. Therefore, your roster is going to need to be that much bigger now, if you know what I mean, right? So again, really eager to see how this is going to work. What kind of like currency are we going to use in order to do these levels? Is it energy? Is it keys? Is it tickets? Is it unlimited? But I'm really happy that we're going to be getting at least some extra rewards out of this, right? I think that's the whole point. The advanced quests, then we have this, the Doom Tower, a bunch of extra resources, and I think that's the really important part here. It looks great, all the new mini bosses, the way they designed them, maybe some even new sets, whatever they're showing there, it's pretty amazing. So guys, if you haven't checked the video already, please do so, but I will also warn you, there's this little message at the bottom, work in progress may not fully match the live server update. So let's take everything with a grain of salt, but let's hope that this is it for Raid, a new content, right? New content to keep everybody happy, but also make it accessible for everyone. I think that's my biggest concern. Anyway, guys, all that being said, that is all I wanted to cover in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you watched this video? And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later.